Have you ever woken up, gone through the motions of your day, and thought, what happened to my life? You're not exactly sad, but you're not happy either. You're not overwhelmed, but you're not excited. You're just going through the motions. And somewhere deep down, it feels like something important has gone missing. If that hits home, you're not alone. Many people over 60 feel it, even if they never say it out loud. That quiet, aching sense that the color has faded from life, that there's nothing pulling you forward anymore, that the days blur together, and even though you're still here, it's like the world has moved on without you. It's not depression, it's not laziness, it's something more subtle and more common than most people realize. In today's video, we're getting real about that empty feeling that creeps in during this chapter of life. Why it happens, what it really means, and most importantly, how to get that spark back. And if this resonates, go ahead and like this video. It helps it reach others who might be feeling the same way. And subscribe if you want more honest, hopeful conversations about life after 60. Let's get into it. Let's start by saying what most people won't. Life after 60 isn't always the golden chapter people imagine. Yes, there's freedom. Yes, there's rest. But for many, that freedom comes with a heavy dose of emptiness. And there are three big reasons why that happens. First, your roles have changed. For decades, you had built-in purpose. Maybe you were raising a family, or working, or both. You were responsible for others. People needed you. You had structure. You had identity. And without even realizing it, your sense of self was built around those roles. But then, the kids grow up, the job ends, the calendar opens up, and suddenly, no one's calling you boss or mom or provider anymore. You're just you. And while that might sound peaceful on the outside, on the inside, it can feel disorienting, like you've lost your place in the world. Second, your days have less structure. When you were working or raising a family, your time was spoken for. You had routines. You had deadlines. You had responsibilities that gave shape to your day. But now, it's just wide open. Every day looks the same. And while a slow pace sounds nice at first, eventually it starts to feel like drifting. Without structure, even good days start to feel meaningless. You wake up, make coffee, sit down, and wonder, now what? And third, connection starts to fade. As we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away. Some pass on. Family members are busy. And the world doesn't exactly go out of its way to include older people in the conversation. So you spend more time alone. Or even if you're around people, you don't feel truly seen. Not in the way you once were. This quiet disconnection, it adds up. It makes life feel thinner, less full, less vivid. And that's how it happens. Not all at once, but little by little. The roles fade. The structure disappears. The connections grow quiet. And one day you look up and think, is this all there is now? But here's the thing. That empty feeling, it's not the end. It's a message, a signal from your soul that there's still something left in you that wants to be expressed, that your next chapter isn't finished. It's just unwritten. So let's talk about how to get that spark back. There are three powerful shifts you can start making right now. No big moves, no dramatic reinventions, just small, honest choices that start pulling you forward again. Shift number one. Create a micro-purpose. Don't worry about finding some huge life mission. You don't need to save the world or start a new career, but you do need something that makes you want to get out of bed. Something small, but meaningful. A reason. Maybe it's writing a few lines in a journal every morning. Maybe it's learning to cook one new dish a week. Maybe it's walking to the same spot each day just to watch the sky. Purpose doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. Something that reminds you, I'm still becoming. I still matter. Shift number two. Reconnect with intention. If your world has grown quieter, it's time to make some noise. Not just through more phone calls or visits, but with deeper connection. Reach out to someone you've lost touch with. Ask your neighbor about their garden. Start a weekly coffee with someone nearby. Or even write letters to people who impacted your life, whether you send them or not. Loneliness isn't just about being alone. It's about feeling unseen. So start showing up. Not perfectly, not all at once, but enough to remind your heart people still care. And so do you. Shift number 3. Redefine who you are now. You are not just a parent whose kids moved out. You're not just retired. You're not done. You're entering a new identity, one that you get to define. So ask yourself, who am I now when no one else is watching? What makes me feel most alive these days? What's one part of myself I haven't given enough attention? Maybe you're a writer now, or an explorer of your own neighborhood, or a storyteller, or someone who finally makes space for joy. You get to decide who you are becoming, and you get to change the narrative from what's left to what's next. Now, you might be thinking, that all sound good, but I'm tired. I'm set in my ways. Can people really change after 60? And the answer is yes. But it doesn't start with change. It starts with curiosity, with being willing to ask, what if? What if there's more life waiting for me than I've allowed myself to imagine? What if I could feel excited again, even if it's just for small things? What if this season isn't the end of my story, but the beginning of something softer and deeper? Because the truth is that empty feeling isn't permanent. It's a gap, a space. And space is not a bad thing. It's where new things are born. But you have to choose to fill that space with something meaningful, something kind, something real. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe you try one new thing this week. Maybe you go for one walk. Maybe you reach out to one person. That's how it begins. Not with a loud bang, but with a quiet yes. So if life has felt empty lately, here's what I want you to remember. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're not too late. You're simply being invited to become someone new. Someone still full of life, still capable of joy, still needed in this world. That ache you feel, it's not weakness. It's your soul saying, there's more. And tomorrow, we'll talk about exactly how to rebuild purpose after 60, step by step. I'll give you one small morning shift that could set your whole day and week on a different path. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're in the middle of something real, and that deserves tenderness. You've got this, and I've got more coming tomorrow.